Welcome to My Opinion here on My Opinion TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And this evening, we come to you with another tragedy. This time in Westmoreland. And again, it's a double murder. A few days ago, we came to you with a double murder in Westmoreland when it was two cousins. Now, it's two brothers. Westmoreland, what is happening in Westmoreland? And before we go in depth into the story, I'm just gonna play you a clip from the courtesy of the Jamaica Gleaner of a woman talking about what happened. Listen up as she speaks to a reporter from the Jamaica Gleaner.
They go up on the road and come back and they over my house and they did a drink and but today a Dervin birthday and then come across about 10 past 12 or so and then we hear explosion and a gunshot. But you normally every night you hear them a bus gunshot we don't realize and by the 5 o'clock when next brother come out come find the two of them.
So around what time was this?
After 12 they get shot.
Oh.
After 12 we hear a gunshot and we never know say it was them.
Oh.
Till 5 o'clock we find them.
We find both of them outside
Both of them outside here. One here so and one up there.
Oh.
So.
Can you tell me a little bit about what type of person they were and so on?
Dervin was a jovial person. Very funny. Give joke. Four is a working idiot. But that's all in the work and for both of them the mason work. But Dervin go away and live in Cayman. And 3 years he never come here. And he come here Grand Market night.
Oh, so he just came to Jamaica?
He just came to Jamaica and then killed him last night.
Okay.
There you have it. Now, according to the Gleaner, and I'm reading from the Jamaica Gleaner now, the police in Westmoreland are investigating the killing of two brothers in the community of Carolina in Petersfield early this morning. The deceased have been identified as 43-year-old Dervin Jones and 41-year-old Sheldon Jones. It is reportedly that shortly after midnight, the brothers were sitting in their yard having a drink when they were ambushed and shot multiple times by gunmen. Their bodies were subsequently discovered later in the morning. The police was summoned and the bodies were removed. Now, when you look at the situation, the days when you can go on the street and buy yourself a drink and bring it to your yard and sit in your yard and have a drink is over. Is it really that what we are saying now? No more can we go out, buy ourselves something and come back in our own place and sit down and have a drink in peace? Is this really what Jamaica is coming to? Based on what we hear, these two men, one of them was his birthday, and he sat in his own yard having a drink, and they were ambushed and murdered by hoodlums, criminals, vicious men. And then we want the laws in Jamaica to be smiling with these men. The situation is getting from bad to worse. People's doors are being kicked down and murdered. Kids are being murdered by these men. And yet still we have no voice for the victims. No voice. No blocking of street. Young 10-year-old Jazeera Tyrrell of Central Kingston was killed and we didn't see a demonstration. But yet still the police killed an alleged gangster in Grandspen, and the place was blocked. The place was blocked. The woman blocked road and said this guy was innocent. Two brothers. One, they say, lived in Cayman for 3 years, and he just came back to Jamaica a few days ago. And the criminals decide to take his life. What type of Jamaica are we creating for our kids? What type of Jamaica is this? What are the government of the day doing to stem this? The two major parties in Jamaica need to come together. And as I've always said in other vlogs, security, health, and education wears no color. We have to have an approach where everybody is in sync to fight this monster. Our children are not growing up to live out their life because these criminals are taking their lives away from them. People cannot sit in their yard and have a drink without being ambushed and murdered by these criminals. I don't know what's going on in Westmoreland. A few days ago it was two cousins. Now it's two brothers. It's getting out of control. Now, while that lady was talking, you heard what she said? They get so accustomed to hearing gunshots in their area almost every night that the shooting death of these two men never ring an alarm to her because they get accustomed, they get sensitized, they get terrified by these criminals. And until somebody is brave enough, somebody sits in parliament, and we can come up with some laws that when we catch these criminals, they will never ever see the light of day. We'll be always in this predicament. It is unfortunate and it is so sad. I don't know if these two men were involved in anything. Dervin and Sheldon Jones, 143, 141-year-old, murdered in the confines of their own yard by men who believe they shouldn't live anymore. Sad day. Sad story. Who is going to defend the voice of the voiceless? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. So as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Until next time, look out for a neighbor, look out for a loved one, look out for the children. And most of all, keep it locked on My Opinion TV.